Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hard West. In the previous episode, we kinda had to restart a little bit in order to fix certain problems. Oops. But we competed in and won the poker tournament, and then took out a train full of mercenaries. Before we return to La Fortuna's residence, make sure you unequip all the weapons that Cassandra has. I will explain why in a moment. Cassandra returned to Ricardo La Fortuna, who was visibly upset. He told Cassandra that his mercenaries had been the victims of a vicious railway sabotage, and that he would like to reconsider her proposal. As the words left his mouth, he stared for a moment at Cassandra, as if suddenly wondering if this woman could be behind the train incident. Then he seemingly shook it off. A woman could never perpetrate something as dastardly as this. Oh, how little you know. Cassandra accepted. La Fortuna explained how to get to the harbor from there. From there, his boat would take her and her companions to the island. He promised a significant reward if she dealt with his competitor successfully, including 1,000 pesos, in advance for Cassandra to replenish her equipment and supplies. Cassandra thanked him for the opportunity and left. The Searcher. Unlock all trinkets in the game. Yes, we will actually be given Protector Ring Revolver, a weapon concealed in a signet, a weapon of surprise for close quarter attacks. This is the final trinket of this game, of this scenario. This is why you wanted to unequip Cassandra's weapons, because if you didn't, then it would disappear in exchange for this, which, if it was the Canon Calavera, would be a real bitch. Now then, we are then going to want to head to the Fate Trader. And we're going to want to buy some snake leather boots, a holy musket, and let's see. Strange. The next one calls for equipping everyone with Canon Calavera, but we only have 3. So I'm just going to toss this on the pile for stuff to buy. And that should do it. May as well, it's not like I don't have the cash for it. Now then, we're going to want to head for the harbor, which will actually lead to the final tactical mission. Cassandra and her companions arrived at La Fortuna's commercial harbor. La Fortuna's letter would guarantee them safe passage to the Protector's base of operations, Isla Crisalida. Cassandra presented the letter to the captain. The captain greeted Cassandra politely. He read her letter, then commandeered a small steamboat to take her and her crew to the Protector's island. They departed immediately. During the sea voyage, Cassandra felt feeble and anxious, feeling she attributed to the excitement of meeting the Protector. Finally, she could be rid of her curse of clairvoyance. Still, she was uneasy. She chased away these thoughts and did her best to enjoy the trip. As soon as they stepped off the boat, Cassandra realized she should have trusted her uneasy feeling. They were immediately apprehended by thugs. When the Protector arrived, he appraised Cassandra like a caged animal. Then he made a show of presenting a bag full of gold pieces to Hardin. Cassandra had never seen him so smug before, and he immediately departed for his return voyage. That's why they didn't mention buying another Canon Calavera. Oh well, it's not like I was going to use the money for anything else. Then the Protector had Cassandra and her companions locked up in the brig, promising to deal with each of them individually. Okay then, well, for this preparation stage, equip everyone with Canon Calavera and a holy musket. And I do mean everyone. We're going to give Cassandra the snake leather boots. And we're going to give Vaughn the tournament trophy. Now then, when we distribute cards, we're going to want to give movement bonuses to Cassandra, and if we have the disguise card, we're going to want to give it to her. We're also going to want to try to give her any bonuses that would also increase her movement, such as a pair. Let's see, I'm going to stick with the 2 HP, and I think I'll give her 3 movement. To give her a full house. Everybody else? Let's see. I think I'll give Jim Vaughn 3 aim cards that we have. Wish I had another one that give bonus luck so I could keep the Jinx on him, but I guess I could give that to Paco. Let's see, he's got this. I think giving him Beast Hearing would be useful. I don't have 3 of any other kind of card to give Paco the full house. Now I don't have 2 left over. Let me take Shriek off and instead put Transfusion on her. That'll still give her a full house. But no, it wouldn't let me do anything for Paco, so I'm just going to give him what I can. Extra defense? Sure. Barrage? Why not? That's all the cards distributed, so let us proceed to combat. All the effort Cassandra put into getting here had been repaid with treachery and cruelty. She swore she would give them what they deserved.
Hardin and the Protector both proved to be traitors. The latter wanted to experiment on Cassandra to see what made her tick. The lock on her cell door was easily picked with a hairpin. But the guards were on high alert. If they saw her loose, they would shoot to kill.
No, they wouldn't, because I'm disguised. Okay, now the guy is written out as if we don't have the disguise card. So what we're actually going to want to do is we're going to want to get inside to the ground floor's office where the prison key is. Wherever the hell that is. But yeah, because we have the disguise card, these guys won't bother us.
Cassandra's companions were here as well. She could free them. Cassandra couldn't help but notice all the Protector's sophisticated machinery.
Now, if you don't have the disguise card, you're going to want to make her leave the prison through the roof scaffolding. Then I guess down there, through that door, and into the office where the key is. But because I have the disguise card, I'm able to just walk through here without anyone noticing. Then you're gonna go back through the same pathway. Again, if you don't have the card.
Cassandra could now free her companions.
So let me actually just show the pathway that you'd be taking, just so you know it. It's basically, yeah, out this door and up the ladders. Now, we only need Cassandra to finish the stage, so even though we are going to free them, we are not actually going to, you know, use them or move them. Alright, they're free. then you're pretty much going to want to go around the same way and make your way back towards here, then circle around the prison to reach the building the Protector is going to be hiding in. Which, more than likely, is going to be this one. Ugh, I keep forgetting to fix that option. That just makes them run no matter what. Oh well. Not here. I'm gonna guess he's in the fancy room. Or I could be completely wrong. And he could not be in there. He's not in the guarded room. Where the hell could he be hiding? Oh. I am an idiot. I'll see you guys once I get over to this location. Be right back. Okay, found the guy. Just get right next to him so that you can just basically execute him. Oh, and by the way, there's going to be a guard standing out here. There's going to be a guard right here. Basically, just try to move around carefully so that you don't get spotted. But killing him will both start and end this combat scenario.
The Protector claimed he was the only one who could lift Cassandra's curse. If she killed him, she would lose the opportunity. She told him she would take her chances. The Protector was gone, and so was his knowledge of how to use that machine. But Cassandra wasn't ready to give up that easily. She had the Protector's notes and documents, and all the time in the world. Several days later, Cassandra decided she was ready. Nightmares flooded her consciousness as exhaustion took its toll.
Okay then, what we're going to want to do is get everybody inside the prison where the machine is located. And basically the scenario ends as soon as we use that machine. I am concerned about these nightmares though. So, yeah, we're gonna try and be careful. At least somewhat. But yeah, we don't need to fight any enemies. But there are probably going to be some hiding. Like, I saw a HP indicator pop up there. But yeah, that's the machine we need to get to. Yeah, that figures. There's an enemy hiding right next to it. And coincidentally, they're actually hiding right on the action space. Failed experiment. That doesn't sound good.
The room contained not only machinery, but also the Protector's failed human experiments.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Cassandra flipped the last lever and closed her eyes in anticipation. A short but excruciating moment later, her curse was lifted. She was finally free.
And we got 2 achievements. A gift scorned, obviously for completing this one, and Once Upon a Time in the Weird West, which I'm assuming is for completing all the all scenarios. But yeah, that's it. That didn't take as long as I would have expected it to. I mean, primarily helped by the disguise card again. We've got just over 14 minutes left. I suppose we can at least start this scenario. Yeah, why not? As usual, combat injuries will be enabled, as will reaction shots disabled, express scarification, and luck for kills. Let's get this started.
All wasn't lost yet. If Purgatory could be destroyed, Florence would be set free. There was just one catch. Only the dead can enter Purgatory. So, to fulfill his plan and upset the order of nature, he needed you, half living, half dead, to do his dirty work. You'd only get one shot at this. To make sure you didn't fail, you set out to find a cadre of legendary gunmen to put together the ultimate posse. Meanwhile, the Undertaker, still searching for some measure of redemption, struck a blow against the evil forces massing against humankind. The enemies that remained came together to end him once and for all. Chased, wounded, and trapped in an abandoned fort, he awaited their final offensive.
What'd I tell you? He became a demon hunter. The cult decided the time for attack was nigh. Your father readied his weapons.
The battlefield echoed with rallying cries of your father's enemies.
Now, we do have plenty of health. We only have a Remy Borgin and a 6-shooter. So it'll have to make do. We can use an equalizer, but that'd be a waste when I have 12 HP available. Now, this is a good cover spot, but we won't be able to detect many enemies here. So once we've killed every enemy we can from this position, which may or may not take a while, we're going to need to move downward. Oof. Unfortunately, he has to do this alone. No matter. Only 50%, and it's only going to do 1 damage. Anybody else we can help? That's that hit. Demon. We can go for the blood vial. Not 100% sure what that'll do, but why not? You have the feeling the blood vials connected to that demon. Matter of fact, I'm willing to bet that when he dies, he's just going to take over one of his cultist bodies. Which would not be unheard of for us. It's probably better if I start moving down. Oof, at the same time, it'll be risky. Very risky. These cowards are just taking their time hiding behind cover. Not that I'm not doing the same, but still. Fool, you've left yourself exposed. Okay. Anybody else I can hit besides him? Nope. Do I start moving down? I probably should. Yeah. The only one I can hit. Yay. Screw it. Take the shot. Some damage is better than no damage. Oh, that's not good. I was going to go after the demon, but it doesn't look like that's going to be much of an option. Really wishing I had a nail bomb so I could nail both of them. Alright, there's only 3 cultists left, and I imagine the demon's one of them. I see you. Unfortunately, you've taken up the only good full cover spot. Jerk. You know what? I'm just gonna go back upstairs. Screw you guys. Yeah, that's right. I think I can head back downstairs. Huh. It's only gonna do 4 damage, but eh. So be it. As long as he doesn't do a ton of damage to me, or any damage, I'm good. Bye-bye. Now, where are these two hiding? Oh, that's why it wouldn't let me go down there. You know what? I'm just gonna get right next to you for this one. 1, it gets me away from your master, and 2, it keeps me in full cover. That's all the cultists dead. Idiot. That will not save you from me. Okay, it might. but it didn't. He's probably just going to respawn at that, so I'm going to need to take out all of those blood vials, most likely. At least that's what I'm thinking. No idea what's going on. All the enemies are taken care of. So that's about the only thing I can think of that needs doing.
Later on, your father questioned a survivor to suss out your location. He revealed where you were headed. Your father, the Undertaker, would confront you there.
Alrighty then. It was time to bring Florence back, which meant you needed a posse hard enough to invade Purgatory.
The first member of your posse would be Jefferson Burns. As a decorated war hero and Indian fighter, you would likely find him in the nearby military encampment. Of course, you were still a wanted outlaw from your brush with the Masked Man.
Okay then. Now we need to gather a legendary posse, which means taking care of some things. We don't always have, or we won't have to get everything. Oh boy. Now, if the first thing we do is traveling to Matthew's tomb, we'll be able to recruit Cervantes. He'll have the missing forefinger scar right off the bat, which gets him a total base aim of 65. He'll make a good Deadeye. If we choose to recruit him, however, we won't be able to get Jefferson Burns, whom we'll actually need to recruit first if we want to get Cheveo later on. So it's kind of a difficult position. I think we're actually going to go for Jefferson Burns first. So we're going to want to head for the army camp. See, the camp was nearly deserted, only a couple of sentries remained. Burns was nowhere to be seen. As an outlaw, approaching openly would guarantee hostile response. You could take the men out one by one, but it would likely yield less information. We're going to want to eavesdrop on them. Sneaking past the guards was simple. You saw a sergeant talking with one of his subordinates and managed to eavesdrop on their conversation. It seemed Burns was leading an attack on a nearby Indian village. Okay. Let's see. Then we're going to steal some provisions and sneak back out of the camp. Let's see, did that get us anything? It does not look like it. Well, shoot. Huh. Should have continued. Oh well. Next up, we're headed for the massacre site. A plume of smoke visible from miles away guided you to the site of the pacification. The village was in ruins, littered with body parts. The army had not even spared the women and children. The place was deserted save for a single figure sitting on a rock, his head in his hands. You approached him. It was Jefferson Burns. Your mangled visage seemed to convince Burns that you were the devil incarnate. He said he was ready for his punishment. Now then. If Cervantes joined your posse, the recruitment event won't play out, and we'll only find Burns' corpse along with one Navy gun and one card. If we didn't recruit Cervantes, then we'll get to pick special dialogue choices during the recruitment event, and Burns will join our posse. You asked him which crimes weighed heaviest on his souls. Burns said you couldn't be the devil if you didn't know his sins. Still, he was compelled to tell you of the attack on the village. Everyone had been killed except for a small group of natives who had escaped to their holy grounds. He said the screams of his victims would haunt him until he died, and that he was filled with existential dread. His faith shattered, he said he was unable to continue. Let's explain who we are and that we need our help, his help. Burns would never accept another mission. He had dismissed his men and abandoned his command, and treasonous deeds he would surely hang for. He said if you wanted help on your mission, you should seek out the tribesmen who had escaped to their holy grounds. They would be hungry for revenge. Huh. As you departed, you heard a single gunshot behind you. Burns had joined his victims. He left his pathetic remains without looking back. Well, shoot. I may actually just restart this, and I might actually go for Cervantes instead. I don't know. I'm going to read over this guide in between, which isn't actually going to be much time for me because I got to record tomorrow as well, but oh well. And I'll get back to you on this. But we have actually come to an end for this episode of Hard West. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, or to hit the straw poll link to vote for our next Let's Play. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.